How you doing, guys? Coach Micheal Burt. Monday night. You say, Coach, what are you doing on Monday night? Well, I finished a 4-hour masterclass on the new book, Flip the Switch, today. And so I was in studio cutting chapters 6 through 11 that we're going to give to every single person that buys the book. We're going to give them this probably 6-hour masterclass, maybe more, of just me breaking the book down. And right in the middle of that, I stopped filming to do an interview with a guy named Sean Mike. And Sean Mike founded Family First, grew it to about 30,000 agents, partnered with integrity. And so I was in the studio today, Freddie Blanton, and I was cutting this masterclass on Flip the Switch, the new book that everybody gets who purchases the book. Literally 6 to 8 hours of me breaking the book down, David Speck. And then I took an hour and did Flip the Switch interview with Sean Mike that founded Family First, who's coming to the lodge tomorrow for an intimate gathering with people who want a better life, want to improve something, want a second job, want to start an insurance agency, want to get better. And so I went back upstairs to film this, and I was thinking, man, what does that dude have? Right, Brian White? Because when I'm looking at a person, I'm looking for their prey drive activator, Daniel Hodges, and I'm looking for what makes them unique. And what occurred to me is that that dude believes it's possible. And you look at people out there in the world who have done something big, built something, grew it, scaled it, sold it, and you start going, man, it is possible. Tony Barnes, it is possible. It's the art of possibility. So when I went back upstairs and I was cutting this video, Steve, I was like, man, it is possible. Man, I want to do this, and 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 it's all freaking possible. And that is the first step, is believing that whatever your B is in life, if you're at A and you're trying to move toward B, for me, having 50 greatness factories is possible. Raising capital and buying real estate around the country is possible. Running a retreat business is possible. Building a multi-million-dollar insurance agency is possible. Right? Taking Success School all the way to where it becomes a real school for kids that teaches the habits of the top 1% is possible. So after I did this interview with Sean Mike, I'm like, dang, man, that dude's remarkably bold. Good because goals, intrinsic motivation, ability to lock in and see it through to its conclusion, great at connection, okay, right? I'm sitting there looking at the habits of the top 1%, and I'm going, man, this dude has got a lot of these habits. But I walked away inspired, and that means Daniel Hodges, the prey drive was activated. And so I went back upstairs to the video room, and I got into chapter 8 or 9 or whatever, and I was doing the exercise A to B, and Brian Covey, the because goals, and I started going, man, what prey drive really does for a person is it activates the curiosity in a person. Okay, so once it's activated, it's curiosity, but a lot of people do not believe what they see is possible. And I was driving home today going, man, if a high school basketball coach could become a multimillionaire and have a freaking jet and live in beautiful homes and own $15 million worth of real estate and build a greatness factory downtown, and it says, and by God, everybody who's watching this can do it. That's what I came home tonight thinking. And it was the interview with Sean Mike that got me going. That's the part people's missing. They don't believe it's possible. And it took me back, Carolyn, to an earlier book I wrote many years ago called This Ain't No Practice Life. And Tony Barnes, in that book, I talk about different levels of people, and some people see it, but they don't believe it's possible to do it. Oh yeah, they think success is out there, but it's only for certain people. The lucky and the strong, or the lucky sperm club, but it's not available to me. And so therefore, they never even pursue it, Mike Robinson. They never even pursue that. So their prey drive is activated. They exposed to something. It's like, I'm interested. I have a curiosity. I want to go play at a higher frequency. But man, I don't even believe it's possible for me. I could never have that life. And just driving home today, Jimmy, I was going, man, if I could create the life I've created, from being a high school coach, making $60,000 a year, working 80 hours a week, to this life that I live now, number one, I'd have never dreamed it at 25, 26, 27, 28 years old. I would have never even thought about it, David Perez. I'd have never even opened, my mind wasn't even big enough to think about it. But once it is, and once you go there in the mind, and once you reach a certain level, then the prey drive has to be reactivated for the next level. And it took me back to the night I won a championship. And I got that gold basketball. I'm thinking about having it replicated, by the way, to put in my office at the Greatness Factory. And there's nowhere to celebrate. At that time, I had a girlfriend who during the championship run, and there's nowhere to go celebrate the night we won a championship. 10 years trying to win a championship. We're going to go celebrate. It's almost midnight. There's nowhere to go, and we freaking go to a Steak and Shake. And we take that gold basketball in there because it's the only place that was open. And I said, man, give me one of them double steak burgers and some fries. And I set the gold basketball up there. And I remember taking it to my boss on Monday morning and going, what's next? And at that moment, David, I realized I was a level 10 person stuck in a level 4 opportunity. And that I was hardwired, Tama, for more. And I had a big engine. And I had great connection skills. And I was highly motivated. And I knew how to communicate with people. And it was now time to go take the next step in my life. But that's really where people fall off the wagon, is they see other people doing it and they go, man, I don't think I could do it. It is really the art of possibility, of believing the possibility that you can have a better life. You can grow and expand. You don't have to sit on the freaking sidelines watching other people have a great life and say, one day, someday, maybe. Why could they do it? What you got to do, man, is you got to start. It's hard to put into words. I try to put it into this new book, step by step, and how to do it. And by reading the book and breaking it down for the video series, it was like reminding me of all the moves I made to get to the life I have now, which is in the game, being around big-time people, reaching out to folks, following up, the prey drive to stay persistent and intense. The intensity and the persistency is really where it's at, right? So that's really the takeaway I had today from interviewing Sean Mike of Family First, that is now Integrity Company. He came to the lodge today. We're going to be doing an intimate event tomorrow. And we were talking about building an insurance business. And I said, man, there's so many people out there who want a better life, but they just don't know the steps. And the new book is going to show them step by step. And I know because I just went through the book. So Flip the Switch. It's coming out January 31st. You can pre-order the book. If you pre-order the book, you're going to get the masterclass I shot today, Julian. You're going to get 6 to 10 hours of me breaking the book down, just step by step. You're going to get that when you pre-order the book. You're also going to get a full day virtual with me on the 13th. If you order 10 or more copies, you get in the room with me and for the 13th. Then it just goes up. Then it just keeps going up. If you buy 100 copies, you get this. If you buy 250, you get this. If you buy 500, you get this. Okay, I'll post the link in the comments when we finish tonight, and you can get it there. Daniel Hodges committed to 250 copies. Thank you for that, Daniel Hodges. Jim Morris, Real Estate in Nashville, committed to 250 copies. Tommy Davidson committed to 250 copies. Man, there's a lot of coaching that comes along with that. But you got to believe it's possible. And here's the thing, and I'll end with this, Crystal Maddox. The way you believe it's possible is being exposed to people who have actually done it. You know, there was a guy that came to the event with me and Brad Lee, Jason from North Carolina. And he said, you know what I figured out about being around you and Brad Lee? I said, what? He said, man, I figured out you boys put your pants on just like I do. And I said, we do. We just got a whole lot of remarkable boldness and confidence. And when we see it in the mind's eye, we don't mess around with it. We go do it. We don't talk about doing it. We do it. We keep going until we figure it out. And that is how you activate this curiosity in the mind, is by being around a person going, that dude can do that. I can do it. But I have to believe it's possible. So I'll post the link to the book. We're moving copies every day. Thank you so much for all the people who are buying the book. It means the world to me. Like I said, if you get 100 copies, 250 copies, It activates a whole bunch of coaching. 500 copies activates the private jet with me. And, man, it just being in the room, man, what could that be worth? Okay? What could that be worth, man? Just being in the room with somebody. I brought Sean Mike from Family First In, flew directly in on his jet to be at the lodge for us in the morning. We're going to talk about how to build, grow, and scale something, how to get involved in different vehicles. And I'm telling you, man, oh, look, Micheal Burt's watching, or the fake Micheal Burt, whoever's out there pretending to be Micheal Burt. Now, so this is the real Micheal Burt, by the way. If it's Micheal Burt pretending to be me, then, hey, the whole ain't but one real Micheal Burt. So, hope you guys have a good show tonight. And, man, I hope if you're in town, you want to come tomorrow. Or if you want to do something with me, purchase a book. Let's go, man. Let's do this. Let's play at a higher frequency, all right? You guys have a good night.